It's dumb. And when people say to me they're afraid that quantum computers are going to destroy Bitcoin and the Bitcoin blockchain, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say. Nobody ever gets hit by a bus they see coming. So if you know that quantum computing is coming and it represents a threat to the Bitcoin blockchain, if someone can build a quantum computer to break into the blockchain, why can't someone use a quantum computer to defend against it? In other words, if you show up with a 10-foot ladder, I'm just going to build a 12-foot wall. So quantum is not only so far away that we don't have to worry about it. When it finally shows up, we'll have the defenses in place. And one final reason it's dumb. They say it's going to cost $6 billion to build that computer. Well, if you had that kind of money and could create that kind of power, you're not going to go after the Bitcoin blockchain. You're a rogue nation. You're a terrorist organization. What are you going to do? You're going to go after our nation's air traffic control system. You're going to go after our electrical grid. You're going to go after our nuclear codes. You're not going to waste your time with Bitcoin. In other words, if you're afraid of quantum, you have a lot more to worry about than Bitcoin.
I think people might say, listening to you say that, there's a lot of money locked up on the Bitcoin blockchain. Why wouldn't a hacker attack the Bitcoin blockchain to
because there's a lot
capital?
Because there's a lot more money at JP Morgan and Bank of America and Wells Fargo and UPS. They're all sitting on far more cash than is worth the total Bitcoin network. So they'll do a Willie Sutton. They're going to go where the money is. And there's a lot more money at Bank of America than there is in Bitcoin.
So why do you think there are so many folks worried about this? So many smart folks, people who have been building very technological minds, talking about this threat.
There are two kinds of people. Those that are simply looking for headlines, and then smart people who are annoyed genuinely and correctly that the Bitcoin blockchain developers haven't yet done enough to build that 12-foot wall. So they're just trying to get them, let's get on with it. The bus is coming. We don't want to get hit by it.